There's been a lot of talk about land, and the Prime Minister very clearly articulated those lands that are coming from government, and I'd just like to go through some of that with you today. We have an agreement to lease land from the government on Gladstone Road, 50 acres. This 50 acres will be used for staff parking, warehousing, energy plants, and other support facilities for the hotel. All the staff for this project will be bused into the resort for a number of reasons. To keep traffic out of the core resort area and for control purposes for us. Parking for this level of a resort will occupy too much valuable land that could be used otherwise. We've also acquired 7 acres on the corner of John F. Kennedy Drive and where the new Corridor 7 will be built, opposite Lakeview Cemetery. And that was purchased basically to implement a control element to the resort so that we can ensure that we have an attractive control element as you enter the new Corridor 7. No, it won't be a gate. No. We are not a gated community. That is a very important point. We are not, in fact, a gated community. I've mentioned the 70 acres rest rich area that is privately acquired land. And also, we've acquired property, another 100 acres in the Skyline to the Cable Beach area that will be used as part of the joint venture for golf. Now, just let me explain that. All the lands for the golf will go into a joint venture company that is owned or controlled both by the government of the Bahamas and Bahama. And that joint venture company will stay in perpetuity. And the whole idea of that is that to create a controlling element as to its use going forward. So we are contributing land to that joint venture company, and the government is contributing land to that joint venture company.
That means we have a reasonable fee.
All new fees at the golf course will be on commercial terms that will be consistent with the operation, but we have always taken into consideration members of the Bahamas Golf Federation going forward. We are very, very enthusiastic about this particular project. We think it's very doable. Let me just say to you that there are many persons ask, why would we do such a large project at this point in time? Well, a number of reasons. First of all, when this project opens sometime in 2014, we are satisfied that because of the recession, there is no meaningful resort development going on anywhere in the Caribbean in the last 3 years or forecasted for the next 3 years. Therefore, room inventory, certainly in this region, would remain the same. So we have the benefit of that particular arrangement. Number 2, we are very satisfied that the Bahamas and the world would have begun to emerge out of its economic recession, and we will be in a very good position to take advantage of that upswing in the economy. Thirdly, we are introducing new rooms into a destination that have basically remained stagnant in terms of its growth over the last 5 years. In fact, the room count for the Bahamas hasn't moved from 15,000, 14,000 rooms for the last 10 years. And when you consider the Dominican Republic is 60,000 rooms, Cuba 35,000 rooms, Jamaica more rooms than us, 25,000 rooms, and the Bahamas, even with the opening of Bahama, will not be more than 17,200 rooms. We still have areas for growth going forward. We certainly see this as an auspicious task going forward, but the fact that we have identified individual brands rather than going with one overall company, we're going to have the benefit of their affinity programs, their loyalty programs, and their marketing thrusts in the marketplace to be in a position to help us to promote this arrangement. Those companies, the 3 alone, have committed in excess of $62 million in key money to this project, which is as good or even better than equity, and simply, but they're putting their money where their mouth is. What is the ownership structure of this company? This company is owned 100% by the Ismailian family, with two exceptions. One, China State Construction Company has a $150 million preference share in this arrangement. Preference share, okay, not common share, preference share. And not convertible. Not convertible. And the reason for that is that it is important that our contractor, our general contractor, has skin in the game, so that the project is built on time, built within budget, and built to the quality that we anticipate. And secondly, Scotiabank will have a minority interest as part of our negotiations with them going forward in terms of private equity, common share going forward as well at 12% of the project. So the Ismailian family, in fact, own 88% of this project going forward. Our partners, Exim Bank, is simply our financiers, and China State Construction Company is the construction company building it. So I want to disabuse persons of saying that there is Chinese ownership. These are simply commercial arrangements between ourselves, and there is no ownership involved in this arrangement. I think I've gone over the salient points, and I want to spend the second half of this now opening the floor to questions. Let me go to my good friend who has written many articles in the paper.
I just want to thank you for the excellent presentation. What are your thoughts on the press release from Part2 International with regard to the employment stock? I think when Part2 was being, a lot of it was being built, 70% was local and 30% was foreign. I think your developers can out for 70% foreign and 30% local.
I have no comment on that.
Okay. I can answer that one.
Yes. Thank you for your presentation.